Take my hand. This is it. Oh! What's your problem? Yeah, I hope the rest of your stuff falls too.
Sorry about earlier.
Can I help you with something?
Do you want to ride?
You still owe me.
What?
Yeah, the ride.
Taxi for Miss Natalia? Where would you like to go today?
Do you like riddles? Surprise!
Are you two dating? If you hurt her in any way, I will.
Look, man, you don't know me. But I suggest you get that macho bullshit out of my face before I put you in your place, homie.
I'm just trying to make some little shit. Apparently, you don't know me.
I'm falling in love with you.
What did I say? Did I say something wrong?
Here, take my hand. This is it.
Hi, my name is Karen Marroquin, and I play Natalia in All We Have.
And I'm writer-director Edgar Ibarra. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, I've decided to make this film available online.
To watch All We Have live on Facebook, it's pretty simple. Go onto the Ibarra Films Facebook page, and from there, go onto the events page. Then, just like going to the movies, you'll select the screening day and time that works for you. Get access by clicking on the Purchase Access button for $4.99, and you're set.
Now, your screening will be a live event, and I personally will see you there. We'll get the movie going, and then afterwards we'll have a quick Q&A hangout where I'm able to answer any and all questions you have, or just to hear you out on anything you'd like to say. For the Q&A, I'll be dropping a Zoom link into the comments. That way you can join me on screen, or you can leave your questions and your comments in the comments section below. We'd love to have you along for the ride.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for your support.
Thank you so much for your support. See you there, and we hope you enjoy the film. What is up, everyone? This is writer-director Edgar Ibarra. Same spot, different sweater. Boom, magic. I know, you're impressed. You're welcome. Everyone, that was the trailer to All We Have. I apologize for not. I wanted to push this a little harder and get people reminded that basically we're going to be launching the film tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. The first screening ever of All We Have, of many screenings to come. But I thought when I dropped the trailer and the posters on Monday, that's probably going to be the biggest thing on people's feeds this week. Well, I was wrong, obviously, but so work's been crazy, life's been crazy for all of us, and so I've not been able to get on Facebook the way I've wanted to. But if you jump on Facebook and if you're here right now, I would definitely love to talk with you about, just hang out, basically. I just want to remind people that I just want to remind each and every single one of you and chat with you. Um, I was in this back. Yes, Michael Ray, what is up, brother? Yes, you were in the background of two scenes in particular. That's where we met. And I actually went to you, Michael, afterwards, and I'm just like, wait a minute, you were in my scene because I was so focused that day on like my work. I'm watching it tonight. Michael, so the movie's not out tonight, but it'll be out starting tomorrow at 11 a.m. and then we have screenings at 1:30, 4 o'clock, and then 6:30, I believe. So no screenings tonight. The movie will be ready to go. So basically, I just wanted to come on here and hang out with you, hang out with anybody else, as a little reminder to come and watch the movie tomorrow. So what I did, Michael, if you've got Zoom, bro, I dropped a Zoom link and I'll drop it in the comments again. Here, let me go ahead and do that. I dropped the Zoom link in the comments, so if you've got Zoom on your phone, bro, feel free to jump here. Okay, there we go. Feel free to jump aboard Zoom, and then show up with me here on the screen. I would definitely love to hang out with you or anybody else that just wants to chit chat about this movie or about, just life in general, the mysteries of the universe. Just about anything. The Zoom link is right there in the comments for anyone who may have Zoom. So, yeah, I just wanted to get on here, invite each and every single one of you to watch All We Have. It's a local Tucson-based production, which honestly went beyond local with regards to a good number of other filming locations where we filmed for parts of the movie. But mostly Tucson cast and crew, also starring Karen Marroquin out of Phoenix and Mr. Stefan Oropesa. And this is a movie that let me be the first to say it. It's not a perfect film, okay? So um, it's not a perfect movie, but it's a movie that I'm so proud of. I'm so proud of because first off, cast and crew. I'm proud of the fact that Tucson came out, Tucson showed up, and Tucson said, you know what? This Edgar guy and his craziness, I'll go out, I'll show up for this craziness. And so many times I asked, and with pay, a lot of times without pay, and the Tucson acting and film craft community showed up. And so I'm forever grateful and pleased for that, or I'm forever grateful and yeah, well, pleased I guess would be the word. Um, but also, the blood, sweat, and tears that went into this concept, and also not just the concept, but the execution of the concept. So let me go ahead and run the trailer again, just to kind of, if you're barely jumping on or jumping in right now, um, leave me a comment or also jump in on Zoom. That way you can be right here within the frame with me on Zoom, but it'll show up on Facebook just like I'm on Facebook here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and throw that trailer right back at you. Enjoy.
Here, take my hand. This is it.
Oh! What's your problem? Yeah, I hope the rest of your stuff falls too.
Sorry about earlier.
Can I help you with something?
Do you want to ride?
You still owe me.
What?
Yeah, need a ride.
Taxi for Miss Natalia? Where would you like to go today?
Do you like riddles? Surprise!
Are you two dating? If you hurt her in any way, oh,
Look, man, you don't know me. But I suggest you get that macho bullshit out of my face before I put you in your place, homie.
I'm just trying to make some little shit. Apparently, you don't know me.
I'm falling in love with you.
What did I say? Did I say something wrong?
Here, take my hand. This is it.
Hi, my name is Karen Marroquin, and I play Natalia in All We Have.
And I'm writer-director Edgar Ibarra. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, I've decided to make this film available online.
To watch All We Have live on Facebook, it's pretty simple. Go onto the Barra Films Facebook page, and from there, go onto the events page. Then, just like going to the movies, you'll select the screening day and time that works for you. Get access by clicking on the Purchase Access button for $4.99, and you're set.
Now, your screening will be a live event, and I personally will see you there. We'll get the movie going, and then afterwards we'll have a quick Q&A hangout where I'm able to answer any and all questions you have, or just to hear you out on anything you'd like to say. For the Q&A, I'll be dropping a Zoom link into the comments. That way you can join me on screen, or you can leave your questions and your comments in the comments section below. We'd love to have you along for the ride.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for your support.
Thank you so much for your support. See you there, and we hope you enjoy the film. Oh, all right. There we go. Gerardo, my bad. My bad, bro. So we're live on Facebook, and let me fix the view here on okay, cool. On Zoom. Gerardo, thank you so much for bro, you're the first person that's ever jumped on Zoom with me. I've always wanted to try this. Jump on Zoom with me, but within Facebook. So thank you so much, brother. How you doing, man? Yeah. What is this right here, brother? Are you scuba diving or? I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, you know what, dude? It happens to all of us, Gerardo. It happens to all of us, man. Gerardo, so I saw one of your comments, bro. You said, let me first address Michael Ray. Michael Ray said, let me see. Michael Ray, I sleep in the day and you work at night. So yeah, dude, that's why, well, for that reason, I mean, I guess it's kind of good. We'll be offering four screenings every day on Saturdays and Sundays, and then one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday evenings, starting at 7:30, and it goes till about what 9:30 or 9:15, I believe it is. So I'm gonna make like this is not a one-time screening and that's it, dude. Like I wanted to make sure for yourself as well, for basically the world in general. I wanted to make sure that basically everyone has ample opportunity to jump in, check this movie out, and so so I just want to make it widely available. So I hope you can we buy a copy, Michael? So at this point in time, not right now for certain reasons. But when I am able to do that and to provide copies, I will definitely be extremely vocal about that, just like right now. But I really do appreciate that. Michael, great trailer. That's scary. So yeah, so one of the nice compliments I got was like, okay, it's obviously there's a love story, right, Gerardo? But one of the nice comments I got was like, okay, it's a love story, but then it goes weird. Like it goes really like, where's this going? And I'm like, gotta find out. What do you got to do to find out? You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's I like to play with the audience. I like to play with the audience. I like to take the audience on crazy rides. Michael Hudak, Michael brother, how you doing, man? I hope you're staying warm in Chicago. Looks good. If I can find some time, we'll check it out. Michael, yeah, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday through Friday, whenever you'd like. Again, only one screening per night during the week. And then also everyone be highly aware of the fact that, I'm talking Mountain Standard Time, so take into consideration if you're on Eastern or Pacific time also. But nevertheless, I want anybody and everybody to be able to access this film and just enjoy it. Gerardo, so you left a great comment. You left a great comment on, you're like, I think it was something that, yeah, Michael, perfect. Yes. Gerardo, you said there are no perfect movies. And I just thought, man, that is so true. Let me see if anybody else is trying to jump in on the Zoom machine here. Okay, no. Okay, we're good. We're good, bro. That is so true, Gerardo. Like people talk smack of like, the Star Wars movies and whatnot. And so like here's my take on that. I'll listen to somebody's talk like smack talking about a movie and then here's the thing, if it's justified, it'll be apparent. And within with the last Star Wars movie from like a year ago now already, I was a sucker for it at first, but then someone's like, well, but like here's why the story doesn't work and blah blah blah. And then I'm like, huh, okay, so I thought about it. I'm like, let me consider that opinion. And then I thought, yeah, that's kind of true. Like, like this person has a point. I've had other times where people want to talk some smack about this or that movie, and then they're like, hey, Michael Ray says hello, Gerardo. Hey, oh hey, they can't hear you. So let me try to open up this one. Uh, his sound, Michael, how's I can hear Gerardo. Can you hear him now? Gerardo, go ahead and talk first,
Hey,
brother.
hey, Mike, how you doing, brother?
His sound is off. Michael, let us know if you can hear Gerardo or if there's something that I'm just screwing up. And if you guys really can't, like if there's something on my end, Gerardo, you go ahead and tell us. I will not translate, but I'll carry the communication.
Yeah.
Um, like so back to perfect movies, bro. Like you judge a movie and then you also judge the source too. In my opinion, we can hear him now. Denise, okay, Denise Torres, thank you. Um, so you judge the source because there are no perfect movies. I mean, I was watching Gemini Man with Will Smith, and there's like so many, it's just like, oh, this looks fake, that looks fake, and it's just like, yeah, no kidding. Like, you know, my critique
Yeah.
on that film was more of the story, but I mean, Gerardo, so go ahead and expand on that. Like, what do you mean by, there are no
Well,
perfect movies?
there are no perfect movies. I mean, every movie that's ever been made, it's going to have one flaw or another.
Yep.
I mean, for someone to get something perfect is practically impossible. What I focus on is the story itself. What story's being told,
Yeah.
and the story that you wrote. I mean, I think is amazing. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I could watch it the whole thing, especially the short time I worked on your film.
Yeah.
Thank you. By the way,
Thank you
you
for
know, I,
having,
re-
thank you for coming aboard, brother.
yeah, I became a little attached to Karen and to I can't believe I keep forgetting the lead actor's name.
Stefan.
Um, Stefan. I keep wanting to say Steven, but I know it's not Steven. Stefan.
Yeah.
I became pretty attached to them, and not to give away the plot, but
Yeah.
just seeing to where it goes. I don't know if I could, if I could bring myself to watch it. It's one of those emotional things, but it's
Well, Well, I mean, if I can, let's talk about that for a moment, bro, because like I was saying, I like to mess with the audience. And first off, let me give a shout out to Denise Torres because in the comments she said way above, um, you have your tickets, right, Denise? You said, yeah, and I did see your name on there. I forgot which screening, but yes, I did see you there, Denise. I just wanted to acknowledge you there. Um, but so yeah, Gerardo, like, if I can execute well as a storyteller, not just me, like, storytellers in general, like, if it's a verbal story or a movie or whatever, like, if I can execute well and invoke like emotions, anger, sadness, laughter, laughter is really hard to do. Like, but if I can, don't spoil it. I got the ticket. If we can evoke, not just me, I'll say it wasn't just me, it was cast and crew. If we can evoke emotions and take you on a journey because it's something I've always wanted to say this publicly. It's something that I take very seriously. The movie's about an hour, 33 minutes, right? That's an hour and 33 minutes of your life that I'm asking you for. Time is
yeah,
valuable. Everyone's time is valuable. So I take very seriously wanting to take you on not just a straight line roller coaster. I want to take you up and and loop de loop and you know what I mean? Like I want to take you for a ride and I want you to have fun on that ride. And
yeah,
that's what I got to say about that.
yeah, and I'm really not a love story kind of person.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually go past those kind of films. I don't really care to watch them, but your story was really good, and so I intend to watch it. There may be some parts that I may not want to watch. Like I said, I don't want to ruin it for anybody
Yeah.
that doesn't know the script.
Yeah.
But I definitely look forward to watching it. Like Michael, as you can see, I work nights, and I'm going to be working nights the entire weekend.
Oh, okay.
But if you're going to be screening it on Monday, I'm definitely going to watch it Monday night.
Yes, so that was let's talk about the screenings for a moment because the reason why when I realized I can do this on Facebook and take it directly to everyone on Facebook, my heart jumped with joy because um, people like this is the way I just say it. Gerardo, if I tell you, hey, go check out this video on YouTube, you visit YouTube to check out a video, people live on Facebook. And so I was very happy to be able to take it. It's the same reason why we like DoorDash, Grubhub, because the food comes directly to your front door. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I'm more than happy to. It made me very happy to be able to just take it that much more directly to the people. And so I didn't want this to be just, one or two time screening and whatnot. Like, I wanted to just put it out there and offer it to the world and just let people enjoy. And if anything else comes of that, like any film festivals want it, by all means. Anything else, but like sharing with the world was my biggest thing because I it was I had to move heaven and earth and this was after the production. That's why it took a while, for which I apologize. Many things happened behind the scenes, but um, I had to move heaven and earth, and basically heaven and earth also within myself to get this done. And so I'm so proud of it, and I'm so happy to just share with the world. Not because I think this is the greatest movie ever that, or because I think I'm like the most amazing film director ever. I just want to share it. I just want to share it with the world and whatnot. Michael Ray, Gerardo, if you want to add to anything else while I'm reading Michael's comment right here. Would you get lost in the movie for everything else?
Yeah,
Michael
well,
Ray,
that's the best
yep,
part about sharing. Just sharing your work. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't, and obviously not everybody's gonna like every film.
yeah,
But as long as you're putting your work out there, your passion, what you like doing, you know, you're always gonna have people that are gonna support you. They're gonna like your films, and like everything else, not everybody is going to, but
yeah,
you do what you can,
which
and
is
you do what you
okay.
love.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
is okay, Gerardo, because like there's some flavors of film that like just don't attract my attention. I don't have anything against them, but it's just like I like for example, my Maribel, my wife, bro, she sat me down and we watched a superhero movie, but a kid superhero movie. But the biggest reason why I'm gonna confess was because of the director, Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez.
oh yeah,
Anybody that that I've known for a while, like that guy, um, he 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 has a methodology to like what a filmmaking experience could be or should be or and so I grew up on that from the very early 90s when I read his book. And so we saw, so this movie, it's a kids superhero movie. It has adults in it, but there's a kids superhero movie. And Maribel's like, no, 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 I told her also, I told her anytime that you s- see a movie that I should watch, even if it's outside of my like, the drama or whatever, and if it's a chick flick or if it's a kids movie in this case, I told her, tell me you need to watch this because there's still something that can be learned, and I'm still a student. I still have to learn from, and I learned a lot from that. I learned a lot from that. Because we're always learning, right, Gerardo?
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's it's the same thing. I mean, I'm sure you probably already know. People are probably already know that. I started my own production as well,
Yes. Yeah. What
and
what what is the name of your production, brother? Put it out there.
the good and evil,
Mm,
and I
correct.
am brand new at this. I am stepping on my own feet, tripping over my own left foot.
Are are you are you directing and writing, brother?
I'm directing and writing and
Con-
producing, with of course with the assistance of Lila von Sina Huff.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
it's
Congratulations, brother, and let me know if I can provide like any information or anything from my experience to help out your experience.
thank you. I'll definitely keep that in mind, and I may be reaching out about that because, like I said, I'm still learning. I'm tripping over everything, and we're trying to get it to the film festival that's going to be here in January.
Okay.
So we're really pushing it. We're really trying hard, and we got a lot of local talents as well
Well, Gerardo,
from Tucson.
let's do this, man. When you have that ready, brother, let's do what we're doing here, where we chat, we roll the trailer, which I want to do for all we have again in just a few moments if people are coming in
Yeah,
and out of the feed. But yeah, dude, let me know, bro, and I'd be happy to help you get it out there, like to get some attention on it. And
absolutely. Thanks.
Michael Ray, before we roll the trailer, I want to make sure I'm at the bottom of the comments. We are, thankfully. Michael Ray. One should get lost in a movie, forgetting all else and enveloping the viewer in another time and space. Bam. That's that's poetic. That's beautifully worded. Um, I can't agree more. And that's why I'm a sucker for the movies. I was a sucker for the Last Jedi, or the Last Skywalker, or whatever it was called, the last movie. You know,
I haven't seen it.
I cried, I was amazed, and then even that was even before I was told by a coworker, here's why the story doesn't work, and then I went back and reanalyzed. I'm like, oh yeah, he's kind of right about that. But still though, excuse me. But still though, like I got lost in that movie. Michael, you're so right. Gotta go, bro. Work calls, peace and love, bro. Peace and love too. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for always chiming in. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your participation in this film. I can't wait for you to see it and for you to check out the scenes that you were in, but the movie as a whole, etc. Um, but Michael's right. Michael's right, Gerardo. Like you make a movie to create a world.
Exactly.
In sometimes it's comedy, sometimes it's, in this case, it's like drama and romance. Other times it's suspense, horror is a big one. But yeah, man, getting lost in that world, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the best.
and and that's my thing too. You know, the way I see it is, if I enjoy a movie, I get lost in the movie, and I don't really care what other people think, because I've had people actually come up, and I'm going to give you an example.
Hmm.
Cloverfield. I loved that movie.
The first one,
And
right? The first one?
yes, the first one. I haven't
Okay,
seen the
yeah.
second one.
Oh,
And
the 69 Cloverfield Lane or whatever. Like,
yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
okay, I'm not gonna ruin that one for you, bro, but
Yeah,
I've got some words about that movie. But
yeah. And people were, there was one girl, heard that I liked it. She chimed in and made a comment about, well, if it had all these sins and all these film sins, I know nothing about that. Like I said, I'm brand new to this stuff,
yeah.
right? So she gave this huge explanation. She is an educated girl. She's got a bachelor's and all this. I
Hmm.
don't even know what. So I kept it simple for her. I said, look, stop over analyzing everything and let us simple-minded people enjoy these films. I mean,
Yeah.
that that's my, as long as I enjoy it, I don't really care what other people see.
Very, very true, brother, and that's why I admire but can't really connect when other people say like, my brain's trying to figure out the ending of the movie. And I'm just like, that's cool in that if that's how your brain works, because mine, I just sit there and I just take it in like any other audience member. Maybe I'm gullible, maybe I'm just there for the ride, but I have a good time and I just take it in. And then afterwards, then I make an assessment. Afterwards, then I let my brain run those laps. You know what I mean?
Oh
Um,
yeah,
Sometimes I will think about it while I'm watching the movie, but for the most part, I am, as Michael said, I'm enveloped in the movie. I'm engulfed in the film, and Cloverfield. Let's talk about that. That was a great movie, in my opinion. Here's why. You didn't have major name actors in that movie, but it still worked because I think of the cinema craft that was applied to it. The monster, that
yes,
freaking monster, bro. That monster played peekaboo. We rarely ever saw anything. It's the same reason why the shower scene in Psycho is also effective. It's because it wasn't what you saw that messed with you, it's what you didn't see. It
exactly.
it's what was
Yes,
alluded to. And so Cloverfield, and then of course the, buildings falling over, and that's kind of cool too. I like those disaster movies. Um, but it was the psychology behind Cloverfield, I mean, in my opinion. And then watch the Cloverfield Lane, I believe it's called, with John Goodman, of all people, John
yeah,
Goodman. He was really good in it. He was really good in it. So um, what, whenever you watch it, let's talk about it later. So let's go ahead and
yeah.
Gerardo, let's go ahead and roll the trailer. What do you say, man?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool,
Sounds good.
brother. Let me see if I can.
Here, take my hand. This is it.
Oh! What's your problem? Yeah, I hope the rest of your stuff falls too.
Sorry about earlier.
Can I help you with something?
Do you want to ride?
You still owe me.
What?
Yeah, the ride.
Taxi for Miss Natalia? Where would you like to go today?
Do you like riddles? Left. Surprise!
Are you two dating? If you hurt her in any way, oh,
Look, man, you don't know me, but I suggest you get that macho bullshit out of my face before I put you in your place, homie.
I just tried to make some little shit. Apparently, you don't know me.
I'm falling in love with you.
What did I say? Did I say something wrong?
Here, take my hand.
This is it.
Karen Marroquin, and I play Natalia in All We Have.
And I'm writer director Edgar Ibarra. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, I've decided to make this film available online.
To watch All We Have live on Facebook, it's pretty simple. Go onto the Ibarra Films Facebook page, and from there, go onto the events page. Then, just like going to the movies, you'll select the screening day and time that works for you. Get access by clicking on the Purchase Access button for $4.99, and you're set.
Now, your screening will be a live event, and I personally will see you there. We'll get the movie going, and then afterwards we'll have a quick Q&A hangout where I'm able to answer any and all questions you have, or just to hear you out on anything you'd like to say. For the Q&A, I'll be dropping a Zoom link into the comments. That way you can join me on screen, or you can leave your questions and your comments in the comments section below. We'd love to have you along for the ride.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for your support.
Thank you so much for your support. See you there, and we hope you enjoy the film. Maybe if I turn on our audio, that would be good, right?
Oh.
We're back, Gerardo. How you doing, man? So that was the
doing good.
trailer, everyone. I'm sorry to cut you off, Gerardo. My bad, bro.
No worries, no worries.
I have that thing, dude, where like I go radio DJ sometimes, and then I just cut people off, and I know I do it, so I apologize. No, that was the trailer, everyone, for the independent feature-length film, All We Have, and we're gonna premiere it tomorrow at 11 a.m. But reconnection successful. Okay, so it says we disconnected and then reconnected. Okay, there it is. Well, that's a nice little heart attack to have gone through, and to wonder if I'm going to be going through tomorrow while I'm streaming the film. Oh well, you know what? Roll with it, right, brother?
Yeah, that's the best you can do.
Why sweat it, man? Why sweat it? Yeah, so All We Have is going to be dropping tomorrow at 11 a.m., but it's not going to be a one-shot deal. We're going to be promoting this film through various cities, various states, all online. From first and foremost for everyone's safety. It was just a tough decision that I made to, do this online versus a movie theater. I respect anybody else who wanted to do it that way. This is just the way that my heart and needed to do it. And it was just my choice. So in order to do that, in order to purchase tickets, take a look at movie times, etc., I've dropped links into the Ibarra Films events, and then in the events, I wish I could change the word events to basically screenings because that's what it really is. That's YBARRA FILMS Facebook fan page. And so my throat's going dry. If you just take a look for Ibarra events or just go to the comments, bam, it's right there. So I can't I'm always thinking like how can I make this easier for people? And so there were few ways to make it easier. There weren't too many other ways, I should say, to make it easier. And then so if anybody else wants to jump on Zoom with Gerardo and myself, okay, cool. No, so Gerardo, no one else, you and me, brother. So if anybody else wants to jump on Zoom, let me go ahead and drop the Zoom link in there for you as well. Let me just go ahead and copy this from my other screen. Bam. Minimize that window. And then I'm going to go ahead and so if anybody wants to jump on, just like Gerardo has done, graciously, Gerardo, you're the first one that's ever actually done that. Like I've always wanted to try this, and so thank you so much. But if anybody else wants to jump on, by all means. Gerardo, what goes into making a movie from your point of view? Because I'm just really proud of the cast and crew. I'm gonna be a broken record there, bro. But like, I mean, so much blood, sweat, and tears went into what the cast and crew put out here.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. The cast is so important. You got to find somebody that's truly dedicated, and not just people that say they're dedicated, but that actually show you that they're dedicated. Unfortunately, with mine, I did have. I'm not going to say names, but some people that they said they were really interested, they really wanted it, and then when it came time to perform, they didn't, or they couldn't be there, they wouldn't be there, they didn't want to be there, and so you got to find people that really have a passion for this, that really want to see it done. The same thing with the crew, you got to have people that really love this to really make it work.
Very true, Gerardo. And let's go back to that word you brought up, bro, the P word, passion. Because here's the thing. If you were to have actually, if anybody was to have actually, outside of my wife, Maribel, if anybody was to have actually seen um, the hours, and I'm not bragging here, I'm just stating like facts, like the hours that I sit at this very table, on my little computer, my little screen. Like you need to love the craft. You need to love what you do, even if it's grassroots or amateur or independent or whatever words we want to use. You need to love what you do. You really do, in my opinion. Here's why. Because it takes a monstrous, monumental amount of hours to do this. As an
Yeah,
actor, as cast, as crew, as the director, as the writer. Um, l- the words labor of love, come to mind because it is a lot of work. It is work. I mean, it's the movies and it's fun and everything, but the thing is that what we don't talk about enough is the work aspect. It is work. It is work,
yes, it
and there
is.
has to be a discipline to that work. And if you don't love it to put in that many hours, then you're not going to put in the hours to then hopefully get better or to just keep on going and then, have a bunch of years go by and you're still doing it. Like that passion has to be there. And in my case,
Absolutely.
this is the best way I can describe it, Gerardo, and I'll be quiet and let you chime in. Or I want to have you chime in, not let you. I'm sorry. Um, you see what I mean? Like I turned kind of like
No,
like
you're
Cloverfield.
fine.
Um,
No, that's fine.
but
No, well,
the
I'm gonna
yeah,
go on with what you said. Time. Some people don't realize how much time this actually takes. And I was one of those people. I thought, okay, I got the script done
yeah,
in 3 months. There's no reason why this shouldn't be done. And that was almost 2 years ago.
no.
And so, I
Three
started.
months of 3 months of shooting or 3 months of writing the script, you mean?
No, I thought everything all together after the script was done.
Hmm.
I thought in 3 months everything would be done. The shooting, the casting, the
Yeah,
the crew, the shooting, I thought it would be out by now.
yeah,
Well, once we got started and I realized how much work and effort actually goes into it, it wasn't as easy as I thought. Then of course, when COVID hit,
ah,
you know,
yeah,
we got shut down for a little bit and things just kept on getting pushed back and pushed back.
yeah,
And it definitely it is time consuming, hours and hours of work. And you also got to be ready to make sacrifices. An example is in the production that I wrote, one of
yeah,
the lead characters I actually wrote for me. I
mm,
figured, I'm the director, so I cast myself. I'm the boss.
yeah.
Um, After a few rehearsals and looking at myself and everything, I'm like, dude, you suck. You're fired.
You looked in the mirror. You're like,
Yeah, I'm like,
Gerardo, I
dude,
need to talk to you, bro.
yeah, I was like, you're fired. So I recasted the character that I was supposed to be playing. I recasted it and got someone who I felt could actually pull it off. And he's a newbie. He's a new guy as well.
Hmm.
And when I offered him the role, he himself said, I've never done this before. And I said, we'll guide you through it. But he had the look that I know that he could pull it off. He has the personality that could pull it off. So I felt a lot more comfortable giving it to him because I felt he could do a better job than I can. Even though I had originally written it for me,
Yeah,
I just felt he could do it. He could do it better than I could.
which
So
is
I
big of
just
you. That's big of you to say like, hey, maybe this is for somebody else. You know what I mean? And
yeah, and it took me a while, but yeah, I finally came to terms with it. Like, if I want to make this work, if I really want my project to be a success, I have to make sacrifices, and I was one of the sacrifices I had to make.
cool. Gerardo, let's continue this conversation after a short trailer. I wouldn't say commercial break. After a short trailer break, let's go ahead and roll that once again. And everyone, if you want to jump into the Zoom like Gerardo did with me and myself and Gerardo, the link is in the description. The trailer for All We Have, which will be starting tomorrow here on Facebook, you can buy tickets and see the showtimes and to buy tickets. All of that, those links are in the comments. So, without further ado, let's jump back into the trailer, Gerardo, and then afterwards, I do want to continue this conversation because it's all important. It needs to be talked about in the film craft. All right.
Here, take my hand.
Oh! What's your problem? Yeah, I hope the rest of your stuff falls too.
Sorry about earlier.
Can I help you with something?
Do you want to ride?
You still owe me.
What?
Yeah, the ride.
Taxi for Miss Natalia? Where would you like to go today?
Do you like riddles? Left. Surprise!
Are you two dating? If you hurt her in any way,
Look, man, you don't know me. But I suggest you get that macho bullshit out of my face before I put you in your place, homie.
I just tried to make you look. Apparently, you don't know me.
I'm falling in love with you.
What did I say? Did I say something wrong?
Here, take my hand.
Hi, my name is Karen Marroquin, and I play Natalia in All We Have.
And I'm writer-director Edgar Ibarra. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, I've decided to make this film available online.
To watch All We Have live on Facebook, it's pretty simple. Go onto the Ibarra Films Facebook page, and from there, go onto the events page. Then, just like going to the movies, you'll select the screening day and time that works for you. Get access by clicking on the Purchase Access button for $4.99, and you're set.
Now, your screening will be a live event, and I personally will see you there. We'll get the movie going, and then afterwards we'll have a quick Q&A hangout where I'm able to answer any and all questions you have, or just to hear you out on anything you'd like to say. For the Q&A, I'll be dropping a Zoom link into the comments. That way you can join me on screen, or you can leave your questions and your comments in the comments section below. We'd love to have you along for the ride.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for your support.
Thank you so much for your support. See you there, and we hope you enjoy the film. Damn, Gerardo, that was the trailer for All We Have, sir. I'm always proud to show that trailer. I'm always proud to show that trailer because I wasn't expecting it to look the way it did. And then when
It looks good. It looks fantastic. I've watched it. It looks really good.
yeah, and I'm always I'm always curious as to, like, is this getting people excited? Is it in vote, or is it getting, but I have seen certain reactions and I'm like, okay, like, like for example, the I've seen some ladies, oh my God, like, and it's obviously, it looks like a chick flick. You know what I mean? I understand that. So I've seen some good reactions, and I'm just so proud of the feelings and the emotions that that trailer conjures up. Gerardo, back to our, oh, and here, everyone, let me go ahead and throw up a little horizontal poster. Bam! You like that, Gerardo?
Nice. I actually can't see anything from here while I'm on Zoom. So
Oh, okay. Well, it'll
yeah,
it'll be on that's right. That's
I'll
right.
wa-
My apologies, bro. It'll be on the replay
I'll just go.
afterwards.
I'll just go back to your page later on and watch it all.
Okay. Um Yeah, it's always funny learning who can see what and who doesn't see what. So thank you for letting
Yeah.
me know. Gerardo, we're talking about passion. We're talking about passion for the craft of filmmaking, even at the independent level. All the other terms out there, grassroots, low budget, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? But that passion has to be there. Why does that passion have to be there, Gerardo?
If you don't love what you're doing, you're not really going to put your best effort into it, in my opinion. You're really not going to put your best effort into it. You're not really going to feel it. I don't know how else to explain it. You're not going to dedicate yourself wholly, and it'll show. It'll show in your work. It'll show in your acting skills. It'll show in everything you do.
Yeah. And what I can say is that just to go into the cast and crew of All We Have, honestly, I can think of only one person that ever said, yeah, I don't want to get involved with your or they backed out for a certain reason. Um, and I respected that reason because I also did put out, I was also um pretty direct and just pretty honest. I said, look, if you guys have any reservations now, let's just talk about them now, or if you feel that this production isn't for you, or then that's okay. That's perfectly okay. What isn't okay is if we're like halfway through the movie and then you're like, yeah, screw your movie, like I'm off or I'm not going to be aboard. That's
Yes.
different. That's different. That's no good. But the thing is that everyone who had faith in myself and the script, yourself included, Gerardo, I so appreciate because that's something that I not take lightly. And
Oh,
and I know I stayed quiet, as I worked on this film diligently and went through my own obstacles. You know, one of the biggest ones being, when my wife had some health concerns, and thankfully she's $1 million now. But it is so going back to that passion has to be there, and the love of sitting down for God all-nighters, bro. All-nighters, like maybe from 8 or 9 at night. The other, like 2 weeks ago, actually on the trailer, I finalized the trailer from like, it must have been 9 at night, and I didn't stop till about 7:30 a.m. And that was after I attended a very teeny tiny, socially distanced, very safe wedding. Just um, the wedding ceremony. We didn't do the reception. And so at the end of it, I was like mentally and physically exhausted, but I was so happy because if afterwards, well, here not. Let me word it like this. There has to be a love and a satisfaction that comes from busting your butt to where
yeah.
the hours went by and you didn't notice because you were having a great time creating, you were having a great time just basically doing. And I love when that happens because it physical work to like sit here and edit and sit here hour after my back and all that stuff and headaches. Yes, it is. Those things are very real, but it's so gratifying. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can only imagine. I mean, and that's where I gotta give props and a shout out. I hope you don't mind to Leela Von Cena Huff and
Yeah,
Toby James Struthers because without them, I couldn't be where I'm at now with the project. Um, all the editing and special effects and everything is actually being done by them.
yeah,
Um, I'm financing the whole thing, so I'm constantly working. I'm working as much as possible because it's not cheap.
no,
It's it's definitely not cheap to get that stuff done and pay people to, be behind the computer doing that stuff for that long. So
yeah.
absolutely, you got to make sacrifices where you can. I mean, and in my case, I couldn't be in front of the computer the whole time because I would have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Mhm.
So I have to pay somebody that does know how to do it.
And let's talk about sacrifices for a moment, Gerardo, because um anybody who wants to ask Maribel, my wife, we did something that we never really do. We sat down and just watched TV because we went up north to Pine Top in a cabin, stayed away from everyone,
Oh,
just
nice.
us and the dogs, just for a few days, just for a few days. And and I got to, map out like, putting the film out and whatnot. So I got a lot of good productive stuff done. But the thing is that we did something we never do. They had the standard cable TV package, and we just sat there and we're just like, damn, we're watching TV. We never do that here, Gerardo, because ask Maribel. Um, and I encourage anyone to ask my wife about the sacrifices that go into this. You know, she goes to bed without me 80% of the time. Um, it's always something with the film. If I'm not writing, I'm shooting, directing, editing, post. There's always something to do. Um, I am proud to say that I've ever watched, I'm not kidding you, one series in my entire life of all of the content that has existed so far in all of the platforms since the content explosion, as I call it, back in like,
Yeah.
late '08 and whatnot. Game of Thrones. I dedicated myself and I forced myself to sit through that because I've never done it with anything else because I'm sacrificing my time making this movie. And that those sacrifices are going to have to be there, and that's why it's a whole lifestyle thing, and you better love it. That passion better be there because it is going to take and require sacrifices and a big chunk of your life to where it is a lifestyle thing, you know? It's not like I
Absolutely.
I do this for
And
2 hours after a week. So, but anyway, go ahead. Gerardo.
yeah. And going back to what you said earlier about your cast and everything, and about me participating, I was really grateful for the chance you gave me because for the first time, I think almost ever, I was not typecast. I was not put in the role of a police officer, a security guard, military.
Yeah.
I was given a simple, I won't say simple, but
Yeah.
a normal person role.
Yeah, like a very, as I call it, a very human role.
Yeah, very human role. I
Yeah.
wasn't put in as a police officer, a detective, a military guy. So that was something new for me.
Does that you know what, Gerardo, let's roll the trailer, but I want to talk about this more. So let's not forget about specifically that typecasting and the type of movies we're telling and the type of movies we should be telling or want to tell. But let's definitely dive into that afterwards, okay? So without further
Okay.
ado, if anybody else is just jumping in right now, you got one viewer, enjoy the trailer for All We Have, which will be dropping tomorrow on my Facebook fan page, Ibarra Films. In the event section, all the directions are going to be on the back end of this trailer. So enjoy the trailer and hope to see you at one of the screenings.
Here, take my hand. This is it.
Oh! What's your problem? Yeah, I hope the rest of your stuff falls too.
Sorry about earlier.
Can I help you with something?
Do you want to ride?
You still owe me.
What?
Yeah, the ride.
Top secret Miss Natalia? Where would you like to go today?
Do you like riddles? Surprise!
Are you two dating? If you hurt her in any way,
Look, man, you don't know me. But I suggest you get that macho bullshit out of my face before I put you in your place, homie.
I just tried to make some little shit. Apparently, you don't know me.
I'm falling in love with you.
What did I say? Did I say something wrong?
Here, take my hand. This is it.
Hi, my name is Karen Marroquin, and I play Natalia in All We Have.
And I'm writer director Edgar Ibarra. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, I've decided to make this film available online.
To watch All We Have live on Facebook, it's pretty simple. Go onto the Ibarra Films Facebook page, and from there, go onto the events page. Then, just like going to the movies, you'll select the screening day and time that works for you. Get access by clicking on the Purchase Access button for $4.99, and you're set.
Now, your screening will be a live event, and I personally will see you there. We'll get the movie going, and then afterwards we'll have a quick Q&A hangout where I'm able to answer any and all questions you have, or just to hear you out on anything you'd like to say. For the Q&A, I'll be dropping a Zoom link into the comments. That way you can join me on screen, or you can leave your questions and your comments in the comments section below. We'd love to have you along for the ride.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for your support.
Thank you so much for your support. See you there, and we hope you enjoy the film. Gerardo, oh cool. Oh, we're back on screen. There we are.
Awesome.
Gerardo, let me make sure that. Okay, my bad. We it did it on its own. Gerardo, yeah, that was the trailer for All We Have, which will be dropping on the Ibarra Films fan page. tomorrow, and you can buy tickets and then watch in one of the events, which are it's code for basically screenings, multiple screenings to choose from, just like when you go to the regular movies. Those links are in
Uh,
the comments. So I've dropped those links in the comments if anybody out there is interested. Would love to see you at one of the screenings. Just like it says on the back end of the trailer video, would love to hang out with you, just kind of like this, just to kind of chit chat and just hang out afterwards. Because it's not just about like, ooh, I'm the director and I want you to ask me like it's also about like, I want to talk to you,
yeah, and
And I
it's
have, sorry, go ahead, brother.
I don't know, and and like I said, yeah, it's a great, in my opinion, it's a great story, and then
Thank you,
it's not
man.
just because I was in it. I've had a small role in it, but it really is a great story. The script definitely fascinated me from the moment I read it. So I mean, I absolutely love the script.
And no, so Gerardo, as our mics were off and everyone was enjoying the trailer, we were talking about something where you're like, okay, in this case, you were not typecast as, you know,
Correct.
the cop, the detective,
Military.
military, you know what I mean? And does that happen because people know that you have those backgrounds, and so they're just like, well, this, he knows about this, so let's grab him and let's make him a cop in the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. Not only that, my demeanor is still the same. I still have a military demeanor
Yeah.
where I stand up straight, except for now where I had the accident with the Clippers. I normally wear I normally wear a flat top.
Yes.
Now I'm bald. But normally I have a flat top, so they see that they see my posture,
Yeah.
and I'm asked right away, "Are you military?" And
It's like a
I'm
thing
former
that they
military.
just pick up on.
Yeah, the things I just pick up on.
Mm.
Other people look at me when I'm in civilian clothes, and they're like, "You're a cop, aren't you?" And
Ah,
it's like I still have that vibe. I still go off that vibe, even
yeah.
though I mean I'm not a cop anymore. I still do protection work. I still do security.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think my demeanor kind of gives it off, and that's exactly what people see when they look at me as a military person. So that's what I get typecast as most of the time.
And so here in All We Have, I cast you as a U.S. Latino father, obviously bilingual, as punctuated by, the bilingualism that's tossed in there, sprinkled in there. Let me use that term, sprinkled in. And then, um you're a professor
College
of astrology. What is it? Oh my God, I can't.
astronomy,
Astronomy.
astronomy.
This is my own script,
Yes,
and I should know this, right? You're a professor of astronomy at the university, right? But you're just having
yes.
dinner in one scene. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy and
Yeah.
whatnot. But I mean, so was that refreshing? Was that different? Was that?
It really was. I mean, it was refreshing, different. I kind of felt like it gave me a chance to explore my father side, because I am actually a father in real life as well. And
Yeah.
you know, just sitting down, having dinner with the family, meeting my son's girlfriend, you know, just what a regular parent would do versus what I'm normally expected to do, holding firearms, doing some hand-to-hand
Yeah.
combat. It was definitely different. It was a lot more relaxing. I didn't even feel pressure
Yeah.
to say.
That's and so Gerardo, let's go into like your when you were a police officer, you're saying in Virginia or West Virginia, you said?
It was in Virginia, Portsmouth, Virginia.
So, so one of the things, I'm a news photojournalist. I've been in court many times to listen to some of the more famous cases, that we've all heard about in the news here in Southern Arizona. Um, for a lot of times things that some people did that are not nice. But nevertheless, maybe it's the news person in me, but I get fascinated to hear how the story unfolded. Like, okay, we're in court. How did we get here? How did all of this unfold? And then, you hear the stories, the witnesses, and blah blah blah, and and that's you have those moments of like, oh, okay, that's how we got to here, and then from there, that's how we got to here. That's fascinating to me. That's why I dig movies like have you ever seen Russell Crowe? Has some movies like 20 years old. Russell Crowe in The Inside Man with
Uh,
or
was that with Denzel Washington?
no, that's with Al Pacino. And Al Pacino plays a New York Times reporter or something like that, or CNN.
I don't think
But
I saw that one.
Or here, let me throw another one at you, like The Firm, or with Tom Cruise, or A Few Good Men, or
Yes.
especially I know you've seen A Few Good Men, right? Um,
Yes.
you know, it's that human drama that I'm interested in. The power of that human drama that I'm just like, wow, like what, that's what kind of intrigues me. That's what I try to capture or, you know, show on screen in All We Have. Excuse me. Oh, I totally coughed into that microphone. That's so as you were saying, like, you used to go into court as a police officer and you'd hear things. And what was your
Yeah.
reaction to things? Like, generally speaking, what was your reaction?
Well, after a while, at first, when I would go in there and other more experienced officers had the bigger cases, the felony cases, drug, murder, I hadn't been exposed to that yet. I was still a recruit.
Hmm.
So all the extent of my being in there was mostly traffic, but I would sometimes go to a next door to the criminal and I would think, is this actually happening? And it wasn't until I got moved up and I started experiencing these things myself and I started going to some of the calls that, I mean, some were very tragic,
Yeah.
while others were very humorous. Actually, it was like you would look at some of these people and like, why in the world would you do something like that? I mean, it's you had to develop a certain shell and you had to develop a personality
Yeah.
to be able to deal with the things you were seeing,
Yeah.
because they're just things that I guess until you get into this line of work, you don't realize how much is actually out there in the world, how much craziness, how much ignorance to an extent there is with some people.
And is it safe to say that the human drama interests you? Like, I know that's a very generic term, but like the human drama of, like, you know.
Um, I guess in a way it does.
Hmm.
And nowadays, I'm not gonna lie. Nowadays, I couldn't be a police officer. I mean, I don't have the tolerance for it anymore.
Mm.
But it was when I was being a police officer, when I was a patrol officer. I wanted to get out and help out as much people as I can. Help all the people that I felt were innocent or decent people. I wanted to get all the evil people away from them.
Yeah.
And after a while, it started becoming more and more difficult to see who was who,
Mm.
because sometimes the people you thought were the innocent victims were actually the ones that instigated everything. And when
Ah.
everything came to light after an investigation, it was one of the things that made you laugh. Like, you had me going. I mean, I actually believed everything you were telling me, but everything you were telling me was only half true. You didn't tell me the part where you
Mm.
instigated or you did this or where you threw a Molotov into this person's car, or I don't know,
So it's like
just
it's like a little mystery in a sense, right? Because that's the way I
yes.
see it with regards to, like, whenever there's a very interesting court case, for example, in the world of news, it's a little mystery. And when the cops arrest somebody and you hear the charges, especially if it's a big case, as a news person, my mind, and I probably am speaking for many other news people here, but many other maybe cops in general, um, my brain starts to say, okay, how did that happen? How did we get to here? Let's backtrack. Let's rewind. You know what I mean? And then it's a little mystery, like what really happened and how did it happen? What is the real story? And that's where you backtrack, and that's the power of story, dude. That's what I'm in love with, dude. Is that, like, that type of story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely know. I mean, whenever I would go to the scene and I would get a certain amount of witnesses telling me something, well, that would usually lead to an arrest of someone. However, it wasn't over yet because I arrested them based on information that I got
Hmm.
from all the witnesses, depending on the gravity of the situation. Then it was the detective's job to further investigate and find out what's true and what wasn't.
Yeah.
And information that I had gotten or information that they would get was information that I hadn't gotten yet, that I didn't get when I was at the scene. So sometimes it would put a twist on things,
Mm.
so
But it's
there's just
fun. It's fascinating to, Because some people would be like, pissed at the new information as it keeps on unveiling or revealing itself, and then other people like me are like, I want to learn more now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and see, and that's the interesting part about the reporter side and the police officer side
Yeah,
is that with us, we gotta realize we're almost never gonna get the whole truth.
yeah,
There's always gonna be something left out to someone's convenience. So I had learned to accept the fact that okay, I arrested this person, but there's a good chance they're gonna be let go later because there's some facts I don't know about.
yeah. That's true. I mean that, and that's just a reality. Is that like you got to live with those understandings that um, we don't live in a perfect world, and so it's not going to be a perfect case and whatnot, but you still have to still move forward. So it's kind of a funny balance you have to strike and still move forward within that balance. But with to take it back to our film, Gerardo, because it's not just me, it's
All
our
right.
film because you were in it too. To take it back to our film, all we have. Um, that's kind of why I start the movie the way I do because something happens and then it's like, okay, how did we get here? What's going on and how did we get here? And then we go into the movie
Yes.
itself right off the bat too, within the first few seconds actually. And so, it's that human drama and that roller coaster of the reveal of that information that I hope can be a roller coaster for people that I take people on. Oh, so I just copied the link and I just dropped it one more time. I'll drop it another time. So I just dropped it two more times, the link, so that everyone can go and watch all we have, which is gonna drop. I sound like a commercial when I listen to myself. The movie's gonna well, yeah, I'm kind of advertising here, you know what I mean? Like, the movie's gonna drop tomorrow at 11 a.m. It's gonna be the first of many screenings to come, and I hope everyone enjoys it. So let's play the trailer, and without further ado, Gerardo, just to close out, brother, because and thank you so much for, dude, is this your lunch break? Is this
I'm That's the best part of this job is I should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not. I'm getting paid a very good amount of money to
it's
sit here and watch somebody's I can't say what I'm watching, but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
watching over somebody's
It's
stuff.
security work, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it
okay,
is.
bro. I was gonna say like, but still though, thank you for jumping aboard. I just didn't know that for this hour and 8 minutes if that was your lunch, but I understand now. I get it now. Um, but yeah, dude, thank you for jumping aboard. Gerardo, any final closing thoughts or, if I'm somebody out there in the world who says, "What is this All We Have movie?" and I saw the trailer and this boy meets girl, like what would you say? Would you say like, "Hey, go check out the movie," or,
I would definitely tell them you really need to see the movie. It's a love story, but it's not your usual chick flicks or anything. It's got a pretty story behind it, and it really makes you think about. And my like I said, when I read the script, it makes you really think about life in general. Life as a father, based on
yeah.
the character I played. What kids go through in school. When they're going through the school. The hardships they run into, the obstacles they run into. Things that can actually put them on a certain path, or things that can define who they become
And
and how they
and
feel about things.
and that's a great point, Gerardo, because that was a conversation I actually had with, remember Todd, our production assistant Todd,
Oh yes, yes.
Todd Cortez. So as we were designing the poster, you got to come up with like a tagline, right? And the question was, okay, what is this movie really about? And on the onset, it obviously looks like a boy meets girl, chick flick, romance, obviously, but it's actually about something else. And it's on the poster. So if you or anybody check out the poster, it's on the tagline on the poster. So um, it's about something else, but the love story is obviously the massive vehicle that takes us to that something else. So I hope people catch that and understand that though. But well, Gerardo, thank you so much for jumping aboard, brother. We'll go ahead and
Thank
uh,
you for
and,
having me.
and call it a night. I really do appreciate it. And everyone, go ahead and buy your tickets for any screening, any showtime starting tomorrow at 11 a.m. of the various that there will be all of Saturday. I think the times are, I think I know all the times are 11 a.m., 1:30, 4 o'clock, and 6:30. which makes for, I believe, a 10-hour day for me, I think, or a 9-hour day, something like that.
Wow.
But that's how bad I want to share this with the world. And also promotional efforts too. But that's a whole other topic because I'm basically pushing hard right now in the city of New York, and for some reason New Jersey is like digging the trailer big time. So good for
That's
them.
awesome.
And thank you so much for supporting. And again, tickets are in the links in the comments, to the events. It's a screening, but it's under the events tab. And I hope you guys enjoy the film. Gerardo, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. And we'll go ahead and close out with
All
the
right.
trailer.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
Here, take my hand.
This is it.
Oh! What's your problem? Yeah, I hope the rest of your stuff falls too.
Sorry about earlier.
Can I help you with something?
Do you want to ride?
You still owe me.
What?
Yeah, the ride.
Top secret Miss Natalia? Where would you like to go today?
Do you like riddles? Left. Surprise!
Are you two dating? If you hurt her in any way, oh,
Look, man, you don't know me. But I suggest you get that macho bullshit out of my face before I put you in your place, homie.
I just tried to make some little shit. Apparently, you don't know me.
I'm falling in love with you.
What did I say? Did I say something wrong?
Here, take my hand.
This is it.
Hi, my name is Karen Marroquin, and I play Natalia in All We Have.
And I'm writer-director Edgar Ibarra. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, I've decided to make this film available online.
To watch All We Have live on Facebook, it's pretty simple. Go onto the Ibarra Films Facebook page, and from there, go onto the events page. Then, just like going to the movies, you'll select the screening day and time that works for you. Get access by clicking on the Purchase Access button for $4.99, and you're set.
Now, your screening will be a live event, and I personally will see you there. We'll get the movie going, and then afterwards we'll have a quick Q&A hangout where I'm able to answer any and all questions you have, or just to hear you out on anything you'd like to say. For the Q&A, I'll be dropping a Zoom link into the comments. That way you can join me on screen, or you can leave your questions and your comments in the comments section below. We'd love to have you along for the ride.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for your support.
Thank you so much for your support. See you there, and we hope you enjoy the film.